I gotta go get your tag.
And there's a puddle back there too where you stand. I'm like, that'd be bad.
Can't miss out on the fun.
I don't know if I can take it now.
Sit there, Glaze.
Was it there? Carrie, did you pick up?
Did somebody pick up Tom Berry's?
I've got an extra one.
Tom's name's on his.
This is Rhonda, our next door neighbor. That's
I think
Angie
Tom's is
and
on
Nick.
Carrie's desk.
Oh, that's what I
This is
asked.
our
Put it
next
on
door neighbor.
Carrie's desk.
So you know.
Also did for Joe's.
I think mine's on the big table, the council table.
That's
That
probably
was
Joe.
Joe then.
I'm sorry, I should have grabbed yours, Joe.
The generator and the
That's what it said in there. I'm sorry, in a
Yeah, and then he has some information too.
yeah.
Okay, if there's no one cares, we'll go ahead and get started early. 4 minutes early, so welcome everybody to Hazel City Council meeting, and it's a full house tonight. We have several residents, and we have some business owners. We have Brad Davis from PAD, and more residents and business owners and vendors, and Hank the Waterman, JC, Trevor Coleman, city attorney, his lovely daughter, also paralegal for this, no. Anyway, lovely daughter here, and of course Tom Berry with the Murray Ledger and Time. Thank you everybody for being here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to call the meeting to order, and we're going to allow, if anyone has anything they want to bring before the council, because of the last one we had a good number of people, then it grew into sort of a monster, and I did that to allow the conversation I felt like needed to be done at the time. Tonight we're going to do it a little bit more like we always have in the past 4+ years, and if you have something to say, you're going to get 5 minutes, and then after that 5 minutes, will be, as you can see right now with the number of people, 5 minutes could turn into quite a bit of time. And then after that, we're going to ask Mr. Coleman to speak, then we're going to go into our regular session. We've got a few things to get done tonight, some business, so anyway, if you have something you'd like to be able to bring to the council, just start wherever. We'll start back this way if you want to, and work your way this way. All I ask you to do is that you just say who you are for the record, so it can be in the minutes, and what you'd like to go discuss, and then JC, the official timekeeper, 5 minutes. If it goes less than 5 minutes, that's fine. If it goes more than 5, we put the hook on you and pull you. So anyway, anybody?
I'll start.
Okay.
I came tonight because my name is Richard Richardson. Just a concerned citizen, homeowner. Concerned about I call it my Mayberry. Had a black eye over the whole deal with the business licenses. I've heard, I was in Paducah this weekend, and somebody from Missouri, 200 miles away, came up to me and was talking to me out of the blue, told him I lived in Hazel. He's like, "You live in Hazel? You know what's going on at Charlie's?" I said, "Yes, I do." And he said, we love Charlie's. We love the black walnut ice cream. And yeah, I didn't even bring up the situation, but they're like, this is terrible for Hazel. I'm like, I know. And my concern is everywhere I go, I hear somebody mention it. I go to McKenzie, Tennessee, and they're like, what is going on in Hazel? And I moved here. I bought a house here because I like the town. I like the little Mayberry style. I like the downtown. I like that it's vibrant, It's a vibrant little town. and all, it's got a lot going for it, but the main thing it's got going for it is antique stores and nice little restaurants. One reason I moved here is because we don't have to always go to Murray. You know, we've got about everything we need here for the most part. You know, we have to go to the grocery store, but my concern is that Hazel's had a black eye because of this whole situation, and I don't want to see Hazel turn into a ghost town in 5 years. Just point blank, you know, Charlie's is probably 70% of the business of Hazel, and it's a draw to Hazel. I was talking to Ray the other day about what was going on, and you know, he was telling me he usually sends out emails to multiple people that come here, you know, that draws people to Hazel to come to restaurants and to businesses, and if nothing else, just to check out our cool town. And I'm concerned that our cool town's not going to be so cool anymore, and I don't like that. I don't want my home value to go down. If this turns into a ghost town, my home's not going to be worth what it is now. And with the economy how it is, it's already taken a hit, but then if our town shuts down, that's going to be worse. And my concern is that I don't want to see businesses ran out of my town. So that's pretty much, in a nutshell, that's my concern.
All right, thank you. Next.
I'll say, I'm Bartia Richardson. I'm Richie's wife, and I'm just want to end to this because we are business owners in other places. I own my own business, and everywhere we go, people are talking about Hazel. We are the disgrace of West Kentucky. I mean, it's going all the way to Missouri, and it's going down to Tennessee. We travel, we go around. Everywhere we go, people are asking us what's going on with Hazel. That's embarrassing. I mean, we're a small town here. We're human beings. I believe there's a lot of wisdom with everybody that's in here that owns businesses. Something needs to happen. We have always been proud of Hazel. I'm the assistant to the owner at Traders Mall. And I was telling him, I've been there with him for a while, and he asked where I lived, and I tell him, he goes, oh, it sounds like Mayberry. He goes, that just sounds like a neat town. Well, now he's heard about all this. He says, you know, that just really saddens me. But that's just where we just don't know people from Hazel and Murray. We just know people from a long ways away, and that's what it's what is being talked about. There's nothing, we ain't heard anything good about Hazel in quite a while. And so we just want, it needs to be resolved, and without mudslinging. And that's what people are hearing. It's mudslinging. People are fearful, they can't say anything. And my mom lives in East Tennessee, and she's come here. She goes, oh, I love it here. But now she's like, this is just so sad. And I think things can be worked out. You know, if we were a bunch of animals or something, you know, you'd expect that. But I don't expect that of human beings. I don't expect that from educated people. And I have faith, for one thing, in God, that He gives us wisdom, the city council, the business owners, whoever's involved with this, that it can be worked out. There's very rare no win-win situations. Our pastor's taught for years on win-win situations. It's ingrained in me. I know there are win-win situations. We just had to find the right road.
Good, thank you. Anybody else? Working our way down. Anybody else?
I would like to, I'm Nikki Lovett, and I own Blue Moon Antiques along with my wife. 2 points that I had sent a letter to the city council, I guess kind of protesting y'all voting in closed session. And the letter I got back, I wasn't clear on it. Are y'all saying that you didn't, or that it was okay that you did? And then another point.
I think the letter was pretty clear. It said that we vigorously denied the allegation.
So you did not vote in closed session?
We deny your allegation of that, and Mr. Coleman will explain that, but go ahead and go ahead.
Okay, that's
There's the other one. Go
okay,
ahead.
and then the other one is everybody on the council aware that there's no list been turned in from anybody? And that's pretty much it.
Okay, next. Anybody else?
the last 2 Saturdays. And I've had people in from up around Indiana, people from Paducah, and several other places, I'm not sure, and they were regulars. One lady from Alabama. And all of them said they were very disappointed in Hazel, and that they probably would not be back because of what's going on. And they didn't even know the full story. And there's no sense trying to explain it to people out of town that don't live here. But I had several people say, and one gentleman was going to write a letter of protest to the city council. Whether he ever did or not, I don't know.
Thank you. Anyone else?
You flew past me. I was.
Sorry.
All right, Doug.
I'm Doug Steinley. My wife and I own the jewelry store on the corner here, and I won't need 5 minutes. All I want to say is the same thing we've been saying all along. We're not trying to say who's right in this issue. Mm-hmm. We just know that if there can't be some compromise worked out to allow Charlie's to reopen, this is going to end very badly for the city of Hazel. No doubt about it. If you're in the other camp that believes Charlie's being closed will not hurt the city of Hazel, then you're the problem we have, whoever that is, because that is certainly not true. We will suffer. We're already suffering. Now it can be said that this is a slow time of the year, but I mean, a couple of days each week we see one car on the street, and that's it. And Charlie's brings the people to town. They shop the rest of our stores. As a result of it, there's got, as the lady in the front said, sane people should be able to work out a compromise.
All right, good. Well, I've got one thing to be able to say before I'm going to turn it over to Trevor. I understand your concerns. We didn't close Charlie's. This has been very similar to a bad soap opera directed by Jerry Springer and a Greek tragedy. Very simple points. $25 per year business license. Then someone's going to say, oh, well, you changed things in 2007. There's a list involved. Names have to be turned in. Didn't have to until 2007. In 2000, before that, Mr. Goff maintained that the business license ordinance that we had did not apply to his business model. So therefore, that's why the previous mayors and councils was not successful in being able to get this being turned in. This is pretty simply just the right of the city to be able to enforce its laws. And it's a $25 per year business license. And it could have been, prior to 2007, they could have just come in and done what they had to do, which is fill out a business license form. 2007, the law was given clarity to make sure that everyone understood, because there appeared to be issues with some way to understand it. Council's been very, very clear and has, up to this point, been unanimous on enforcing a business license ordinance. I've heard everyone's concern, and I understand it. We didn't close Charlie's. Charlie's closing their own. The business license ordinance, no one has yet ever to be able to describe to me in a coherent way how a $25 per year business license and being filled out to City Hall can prohibit business. No one has. And I've talked to several of you all, but none have been able to come up with any lucid argument that explains that. So, at this point in time, since there were some issues raised, Trevor, I don't want to get any further into it, so I'm going to let you take it from there. After that, we'll begin conducting our business.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the mayor said, my name is